water temperature 59 degrees. Here is the surf forecast for the Los Angeles County beaches. Tsunami advisory is in effect. High rip current risk. This afternoon through Sunday, rip current risk, high. Surf heights, west-facing beaches, 3 to 5 feet. South-facing beaches, 1 to 3 feet. Thunderstorm potential, none expected. Water temperature, 56 to 58 degrees. Tides, low tide, 2.4 feet at 1:27 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 5.8 feet at 7:41 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Low tide, -0.7 feet at 3:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 3.5 feet at 9:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remarks, west swell. Monday, rip current risk, moderate. Surf heights, 2 to 4 feet. Thunderstorm potential, none expected. Tides, low tide, 2.3 feet at 2:01 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 5.9 feet at 8:14 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Low tide, -0.8 feet at 3:36 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 3.6 feet at 10:12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remarks, west swell. Here is the surf forecast for the Ventura County beaches. Tsunami advisory is in effect. High rip current risk. This afternoon through Sunday, rip current risk, high. Surf heights, west-facing beaches, 3 to 5 feet. South-facing beaches, 1 to 3 feet. Thunderstorm potential, none expected. Water temperature, 55 to 57 degrees. Tides, low tide, 2.3 feet at 1:31 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 5.8 feet at 7:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Low tide, -0.7 feet at 3:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 3.5 feet at 9:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remarks, west swell. Monday, rip current risk, high. Surf heights, west-facing beaches, 3 to 5 feet. South-facing beaches, 1 to 3 feet. Thunderstorm potential, none expected. Tides, low tide, 2.2 feet at 2:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 5.9 feet at 8:18 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Low tide, -0.8 feet at 3:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. High tide, 3.5 feet at 10:12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remarks, west swell. You're listening to NOAA weather radio station KWO37, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. The station is operated by the National Weather Service in Oxnard, California, and transmits from a tower on Mount Lukens in the San Gabriel Mountains. This broadcast is also relayed to a transmitter near Sandburg on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. Tsunami advisory remains in effect for all coastal areas. Updates, tsunami surging has been reported at all coastal locations. See below for reported wave heights so far. Local impacts, a tsunami capable of producing strong currents that may be hazardous to swimmers, boats, and coastal structures will continue. Widespread inundation is not expected. Recommended actions, if you are located in this coastal area, move off the beach and out of harbors and marinas. Do not go to the coast to watch the tsunami. Be alert to instructions from your local emergency officials. Reported peak tsunami wave heights, Port San Luis, California 9:14 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4.5 feet Santa Barbara, California 3:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2.3 feet Ventura Harbor, California 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, estimated 2.5 feet Santa Monica, California 10:10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2.1 feet Los Angeles, California 10:44 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1.5 feet. Tsunamis often arrive as a series of waves or surges which could be dangerous for many hours after the first wave arrival. The first tsunami wave or surge may not be the highest in the series. Preliminary earthquake information at 8:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 14, 2022, a large volcanic eruption occurred near the Tonga Islands in the South Pacific. Tide information, Port San Luis, high tide of 5.8 feet at 8:18 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 16th. Santa Barbara, high tide of 5.8 feet at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 16th. Santa Monica, high tide of 5.9 feet at 7:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 16th. Los Angeles Harbor, high tide of 5.9 feet at 7:41 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 16th. This product will be. Stay tuned to your local news source and NOAA Weather Radio for further information and updates. This is a marine weather statement for the following inner waters from Point Mugu to San Mateo Point, California, including Santa Catalina and Santa Barbara Islands. Tsunami surges to affect harbors through early this evening. A tsunami will continue to affect area harbors and marinas this afternoon and possibly into this evening. Strong waves or surges of water above normal tidal activity could lead to damage to docks and harbor areas. Hazardous floating and submerged debris should be expected. Strong and unusual currents and waves inside harbors, bays, and inlets may be especially destructive. Mariners at sea should avoid entering shallow water, harbors, marinas, and bays until the tsunami threat has passed. Tsunamis are a series of waves that may continue for many hours to days after the arrival of the first wave. The first wave is often not the largest wave. Each wave may last 5 to 45 minutes as the wave encroaches and recedes. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio for the latest information on this event. Here is the latest weather synopsis. It will be partly to mostly cloudy with a chance of light showers Saturday